Right, hi. So today we're going to look at the screen on the Pfaff Icon and why it reached my top 10 in my top 10 features on the latest blog. When you turn the icon on, this is the screen that you get as your home screen, and you've got the option to start sewing, start embroidering, load something from my SewNet, which we will be covering in a further video, and open the Help Centre, and that has got your manual in and all the video tutorials. You've then got 3 buttons across the bottom. This is loading save designs. This takes you to your home page again, and this one opens in multiple screens. We'll use that in a moment to show you how to do it. If I start on the sewing mode and just simply hit the start sewing button, I then get a screen with a straight stitch on. And here I can choose my stitches. So if we choose a zigzag, just so you can see it, and at the moment we're in full screen mode, so you can see that the stitch is taking the whole screen up. If I touch the icon at the bottom, I'm then faced with some options that appear on the screen. So here you've got your recommendations, so it tells you what foot it would like you to use. In this occasion it would like the teeth dogs up and the IDT down. It tells you what stitch you've chosen and the speed that your icon is currently set at. And it also tells you that the active feature is that your active stitch technology is engaged. The active stitch also reached my top 10, so there's a separate video that tells you a little bit more about that in slightly more detail. Here you've got your stitch options, my SewNet cloud, and a tapering option. If I simply press on the screen, I then get some simple options. It's like a shortcut, if you like, to mirror the stitch, to save as a stitch. So if I've altered the size, the length or the width of the stitch for a large project such as applique work, I can then save that so I don't have to remember how many alterations I've made. You then at the bottom, it's appeared with the settings, the stitch edit button, the stitch repeat, the free motion and your tie off options. You've also got your sequence creator and your stitch creator in white, so they're ready to use. The balance is currently greyed out. If there was a stitch with circles on or something like that, the balance may well be white for you to alter that should you need to, although that's very rare. If we go into stitch edit, you'll see this is where I can change the size of my stitch and make a nice dense satin stitch if I wanted to, or in fact spread the zigzag out. And here I can alter the tension, and I can mirror from side to side again. Stitch repeat, this is allowing you to open your patchwork program or your single stitch program. For those that don't know what they are, further videos will follow explaining all the different programs. I've then got my free motion option. Oh, sorry, clicked the wrong button. Let me cancel that. My free motion for free motion quilting and work, and here I can set my tie off options on. And you'll notice that whenever I select anything, it has a green underline to tell me I've selected it, and it also appears in my active features there. If I'm finished editing my stitches, I can then take it back to full screen so that I've got the benefit of the 10.1 inch screen for my work. If I then wanted to look at embroidery, I could simply hit the button we spoke about earlier, the split screen button. You can see my sewing modes there. There's an embroidery edit button, and then you've got 2 start new, so they're current things you're working on, and then you've got the start new. So if I start new embroidery, everything changes. Now the embroidery arm needs to collaborate, so just excuse the noise for a second while I collaborate that. For those with embroidery machines, you'll be used to that noise. And now the screen's changed, so now in my information at the moment there's nothing there because there isn't an embroidery in. However, it is telling me to put my 6D foot on, and currently my hoop is set at 360 200. So if I choose a design using the butterfly, these are all built into the icon. None of these are mine, they're all built in. Let's choose this circle just for a moment. Okay. And you can see that the hoop has immediately changed to 80/80, telling you that that's the smallest hoop that will work for this. Now what I'm going to do, excuse me, is remove that. So I'm going to slide that out. Oh, sorry, can't do that till stitch out. You can see I'm getting used to this. Edit. So here I can look at the design in more detail if I wanted to by sliding this across. So I can actually see that that's a nice satin stitch that this design is built from. I can rotate the design. I can copy the design so I get more than one in my hoop, or I could decide to bin it because I don't want to do it anymore. You've then got your hoop options. So here I'm going to change my hoop. So I'm going to change it to a 360-260 hoop, which is the new hoop, the Creative Supreme, that comes with the icon. You can see now, if I was to edit and copy again, it's just going to keep going, and I can create my own design on the screen. And when I've finished editing, again, I can take it to full screen if I so wished. You've also got the options here of popping in fonts. So you've got quite a few built in, lots and lots of them. So if we choose Bell, this appears, and it is just like a keyboard on a computer, and I can type my wording in. Let me pop my name in just to show you. And it's appeared in the hoop. So everything on here is really, really simple. You've also got Shape Creator, Applique Creator and Sequence Creator and Stitch Creator along the bottom. Again, they're slightly more advanced. They're fantastic, but they will be separate videos that come relatively soon. Once I've designed and I'm happy, I can literally go to Stitch Out, the arm will move and the screen changes again. Now it's asking me, would I like to, based around the design or the hoop, would I like to colour block sort them or monochrome it? And which foot have I got on? And that's really important. It also makes sure that you've got the zigzag needle plate on and you've not put a single stitch needle plate on. I can also do my thread cutter or my jump stitch trim and thread cutter. When you're happy that you've got the settings how you'd like it, you hit OK. And literally you could press play now and it will go. And at this point I like to move everything off my screen again so that I've got the benefit of the 10.1 inch screen again. So let me just, without talking you through, just pop another design in so you can see how quickly it is when you're just trying to do a simple design. So let's just delete these off. There we go. Go to the butterfly. I will choose a bigger design so you can see it properly. Let's go with that top one. Let's drag it in, and it is working just like an iPad or another tablet. Drag it in, and that would go automatically to stitch. And I can also zoom in on here again by just dragging my fingers across. And I can really see the design in a lot of detail. And the image on the screen is like a vector image. So it's not like a JPEG where it pixelates. It doesn't pixelate at all. The colours are stunning. So that's an overview of why the screen made my top 10. And I'll be back with the next video regarding the Applique Creator and the Shape Creator soon. Take care. Bye.